We're out of practice.
Oh, I thought I was good.
Yeah, amazing.
Okay, hello. Today, Light Collective in super trendy Dalston, and we're going to see design studio called Haberdashery.
We always like to make contact with the people whose work we admire, and I've always thought that these guys are really cool, so we scheduled in a visit.
Let's go and check them out.
And everything.
Okay, so this is Nate and Ben from Haberdashery. What can you tell us a little bit, Ben, first about the company?
Yeah, we've been around for about 10 years, I think we're coming up to this autumn. We've always made what we call sculptural artworks, usually using light, and they're always bespoke until this year. So everything's been essentially a prototype, and we're really good at coming up with great ideas and experimenting, and we just thought, let's feed that into a product, and that's where we've ended up with today.
Cool.
So what would you say your main portfolio is for Haberdashery?
We kind of fell quite happily into the luxury market, making very high-end bespoke works. We originally started out doing more public sculpture, and we want to get back to doing that now, so more what we describe as landmark public sculpture, in that it kind of makes a difference to the audience, it's permanent, and hopefully more people can actually go and look at the work.
So rather than it being locked in a private house that nobody knows about.
It's helped the company grow, but we'd rather actually have it on public view.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ben is one of the directors of Haberdashery, and Nate, you've designed the product?
Yeah, I'm lead designer of products.
Okay, so just because we know that everyone in lighting comes from very, very different backgrounds, can you tell us a little bit about what your creative story is, both of you?
My creative story is I'm the least qualified on paper person probably in this building, maybe even in Dalston.
In the whole lighting.
I've got a BTEC, but I'm a photographer originally, so I did study it for a while, and I like the idea of storytelling and capturing people's imagination, creating an experience through light. And I met my business partner Mac on the film set. We like working in a team, and it was the team building element I think we've put into Haberdashery.
I studied industrial design for 4 or 5 years. During that, I did a sandwich year, and Haberdashery kind of took me on when we were a lot smaller as a company. And since then, I've been here for about 3 years. I just promoted upwards.
And you got lead designer on a new product.
Right, yeah, it's really exciting.
Yeah. And you're like 24 in Haberdashery now, or?
20, yeah, about that.
Wow, that's a big
that's
company.
What your website says.
Yeah. Trying to not get too big so I don't actually know everybody.
Yeah.
We want to keep that nice family culture.
So your Haberdashery is now branching into the idea of products that you can buy off the shelf. So allowing people that have got a slightly smaller budget to buy into a bit of what you produce as a design studio. So kind of is that what the idea is about your product coming out from behind high-end doors?
Very much so. The bespoke work we do, we want to put a really good, strong narrative-led story into the piece. So it really has a kind of takeaway for the audience, and at best it leaves a bit of a legacy because it's integrated into the architecture and all that kind of thing. But with the product, it's an opportunity, like you say, to reach it into a very different audience, maybe even something we could afford to take home ourselves. And this first product is part of a range where we've come up with
this first
product. We have a range called Evoke, and the idea behind Evoke is it gives us a platform to develop future products with, and we want to evoke the memory of found light. So any lighting, light effects, phenomenon of light that we've noticed that we find particularly beautiful, we can then use as an inspirational starting point for a product.
Yeah.
And so this first product, of the various ideas that were thrown about, it settled down onto something being inspired by the light passing through a forest canopy. And it's that kind of dappled light, or the memory of that light, we hope to trigger the memory for you as personally. Can be whatever you want really, but hopefully a memory of a good holiday or a great walk or just escaping the city and getting that into a product.
I think coming from bespoke, like you said, having it locked behind doors,
Yeah.
doing product, that's just kind of bring this narrative into like more kind of public realm and get proud of and show people, as opposed to hiding away.
Well, I like the idea that, you know, in a normal living room you can have something that's got a much bigger design story than, you know, just an IKEA pendant that's got something behind it.
Yeah.
The whole range, Evoke, is it all about natural lighting effects or not in particular?
It kind of was originally, but then we thought, well, there are so many interesting
Why
things
limit
that
it?
aren't, you know, maybe some light of a street light
Yeah.
just start warming up. It's very beautiful. Why exclude that as an inspiration?
Yeah.
And now we're looking forward to the next products in the range, and we're open to everything. It's kind of these ideas that strike you during your day. Obviously, this comes from that backward light in the forest. That was from walking through London Fields Park, for example. I think with this product, we're using LED technology, and it's kind of a nice narrative of like the future being LED lighting.
Yeah.
We're evoking a very natural, organic memory, and kind of progressing technology, but keeping these organic references.
One of the things that you've done with this is you've introduced like a digital element into the design, which, I mean, for us, we think that's really unique. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
I think for us in our bespoke works, we're always using LED technology. Always the newest technology. So I think it's something we're very experienced with, and there's not a whole lot of. We're still very much fixed on like these filament bulbs, and I think that's what we have to offer is our experience using LEDs. So when we looked at this product, we looked at what can we do exclusively with LED, like, you know, you got size, you got heat, energy efficiency, but also these arrays in a very small space. You can't do this with a filament bulb or a halogen bulb. So yeah, this piece is made up of 21 individual LED pixels, making up a grid, and on that we display an animation.
It's like a tiny mini video screen inside a pendant.
A high power video screen projecting enough light to be useful, which is really important for us.
It really is as well, isn't it? I mean, it is actually projecting enough light down on this table to perform a functional job. As well, I mean, I don't know if that's coming across on camera, but it's sort of just really gently shifting. And
we matched it to a 9-watt bulb, so we spec'd it for the home environment to work as a one-off piece, as well as multiple pieces.
So in a cluster, they'd work really well in terms of functional.
So what video are you running through it? Is it trees? Is it light through trees?
It's a lot more abstracted than that. I mean, we did go into the park and take videos of these leaves moving gently in the wind. But actually doesn't translate at all to animation. The animation is kind of an amorphous blob moving around the display, which gives you kind of this gentle fixation. But it's difficult because the light goes to an optic, which scatters everything. Yeah. And so there's a lot of trial and error and a lot of tweaking.
Yeah. So the digital pattern, the light pattern, that's something that's fixed in Canopy, and when you do the next product, if it's the same thing, it'll have a different light pattern.
There's different effects we can achieve.
Right.
There's 3 elements to it. There's the animation, there's the optic that it shines through, polycarbonate optic, and then this kind of projection mesh. Yeah. All 3 of those things combined gives this specific effect, but we've played with everything, like water, sparkle, and so it's things we're excited to play with in the future.
Yeah.
So when you buy the product, are you buying one particular program, as it were?
That's right, yeah.
And can you buy a different version? Not yet. Maybe.
So from a user point of view, they put it in and they get the animation that you...
It's something we want to focus on the first product, is getting this right and getting that effect, and taking away some kind of choice. And
I think that's fair enough.
We had conversations about can the users change things, and it's something we're looking at.
It's like you said that it took you a long time to get the right animation. If you give everybody the freedom to upload anything into it,
we're still always tweaking between shows to get it right, and it's also very subjective. How these things are displayed.
So when did you launch it, or when's it available? When can people get a piece of this?
Soft launched it at Top Drawer last week, just to start getting feedback and really having conversations about it. I guess the proper launch in public or to the world will be at Milan.
EuroLuce?
Yes. We're part of a group show there. We'll hang 7 or 9 of them maybe, and hopefully stand around getting very enthusiastic and getting as many eyes on it as possible. And then Clerkenwell at the end of the month in April.
Can we keep it down? Bring the liquor and the reefer out. There's no need to shout, I'm chilling with my people now. And everybody see me sleep on their couch. And I ain't got a lot of money, but I'm not feeling down. I'm feeling proud how I'm still around. And didn't drown in the shit I used to worry about. Didn't frown when I used to tie my pockets out, locking me down. I've got me a sound that's hot and it's loud. Pop it and bounce.